Now, we've been looking at how to do an EBIT earnings per share analysis. And at this point now, we've calculated the financial break-even points under both capital structures, both options that we're looking at. We've calculated the indifference point between those two capital structures. And we're now going to graph it out so we just kind of visually see what we've been doing here. Previous videos now, we calculated the financial break-even point under A at $37,142. And that's how much operating profit you'd have to earn under capital structure A to make earnings per share equal to 0. We calculated the financial break-even point under capital structure B to be $52,142, which again is the level of EBIT you'd have to earn to make the earnings per share 0. A higher financial break-even point is a riskier proposition. You know, having to earn more money as opposed to less money, there's less odds of that. So again, just as a risk thing now, the greater the financial break-even point, the greater the risk. We also calculated the indifference point between capital structures A and B, and we came up with $97,142. And as I told you, that's the level of EBIT that you would have to earn under either capital structure to set the earnings per share equal. So whether you go with capital structure A or capital structure B, if you expected operating profit to be $97,142, it wouldn't make any difference which capital structure you would go with. They would both give you an earnings per share of $5.25. Now, as we look at this now, this is our indifference point. If we expect our EBIT, that is, if our marketing people went out and they said, you know, we project this many units to be sold and this much in revenue, and we figured out all of our, you know, what operating profit we think we would earn under that scenario, if it was going to be less than $97,142, you'd want to go with the capital structure that had the least amount of financial leverage. In this case, this would be capital structure A. Again, note, that's a higher earnings per share than this one. And so if you expect your EBIT to be less than the indifference point, you would go with the capital structure that had the least amount of financial leverage, which in this case is capital structure A. If you expect your operating profit, your EBIT, to be greater than the indifference point, you'd want to go with the capital structure that's going to give you the greatest earnings per share should that happen, which means we'd want to go with B instead of A. So if you expect your operating profit to be greater than the indifference point, in our example, we would choose capital structure B because it would maximize our earnings per share. Now again, just a note of caution, maximizing earnings per share is not what we're about as financial managers. We're trying to maximize the price of the stock in the market, the value of the firm, and the wealth of the shareholder. There's no great formula to tell us exactly what we should do, but whatever it tells you, you should probably use less leverage than this analysis indicates. This is an EBIT earnings per share analysis, and this is how you determine which capital structure to use, what mix of capital you should use in order to maximize your earnings per share.